Hello YouTube fans, here again, and I figure why not, talk about my own marathon, and it's one of these, I remember talking about it once before, and it's one of these, is it a horror movie, is it a slasher movie, what is it? I'll say it again, what is it? Because this movie came out in 1986, and it's called April Fool's Day, that's right, April Fool's Day. Now, at the time, a lot of people shagged this film off when it came out in that era and said this was the ending of slasher films, which I disagree. And I'm going to offend this movie. And I do remember calling this movie an underrated gem. And I'm still a man of my word. After so many years I've seen this film, I still got a D. Got to a D. It still is an underestimated gem. Because it's not a slasher film, even though it was ditasted as that. And if you've seen the original art cover, you've got this sexy looking body, you've got a long hair hanging down with an hang me on it, right? And a couple of teenagers, definitely an 80s style poster called April Fool's Day. But it's not a slasher film. I do know in 1986 they made another film called Sort of High, and I've talked about that loads of times. I totally love that film. That is a slasher film. And down, that is a slasher film. Right? And at the time they had issues because I think Sort of High was going to be called April Fool's Day. There's a bit where it mentions April Fool's in it. But because of copyrights, because Paramount called this April Fool's, they altered the name to Sort of High. I'll go into that if I ever go to that in the 80s horror marathon, right? But this was called April Fool's Day anyway by Paramount. And Paramount, as we know, this was done by the same producer, the same directors who did this Friday the 13th part and Friday the 13th part 6. Right? And that was it. So the same producer who did this the 3rd, I think the 5th or the 6th, could be right, could be wrong, did this film. And at the time, we thought, oh, it's the same producers who did Friday the 13th, it's going to be blood, it's going to be slice, it's going to be dice. And it wasn't. It was a murder mystery film. Now, it starts off this dude called Moive. I tried to think of a name for the last fucking hour. The name is called Moive, right? And these lung people, it starts off, it shows a lung girl, she's opening this box, and this fucking thing jumps out and it finds into shit, right? Cut to that, it's come to the actual present day, but it's at that era, was 1986. And you're going to see a thing called Moive, right? Moive, whatever the name is. And they're paying April Fool's jokes because it's near the time of April. One of them plays an April Fool's joke when they're on a boat, and they throw a knife, a thick knife, and it's a joke, it's a tag to cut the story short. A guy jumps in the water, an accident happens, and it messes half his face up, and they all feel like shit. So they go to Muffy's house, they're playing all these little April Fool's jokes. A cigar blows up in a guy's face, a seat makes a guy fall on his ass, all this, right? All this. And I don't like this one. There's a lot of good April Fool's pranks. I get it. It's April Fool's. Ha 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 ha. And all this. But one thing I do love about this film. I do love is the fact that the same guy, it was just the music in the original Nightmare on Elm Street, did the same music in this. It's got a whistle to it. I can't whistle to save my life. I cannot whistle to save Diggity fucking D. But if I could, there's a bit of a whistle in it, and the same ones that did the music do A Nightmare on Elm Street, the original, that would beat myself, did the music to this. And that's what I mean, it's an underestimated gem. April Fool's Day, in my eyes, my fucking eyes, is an underestimated gem because it's a murder mystery film. So you got one guy, if you've seen him before, think of Back to the Future, one year before this. Is he Back to the Future 2 and the third one? So they'll go on. He's in this, the one who played Smith. Hello, hello, anyone in there? And I always love the line he says in the film. The wits and unpreserving, which I always use for certitative. So they go on. And there's a bit in it, that's what I mean about this film. You don't see any kills in it. If you're going in for blood and gore, I'm sorry to disappoint you. You're not going to get it. You're not going to get it in this fucking film. What you get is an expense film. So you got the buffer off Moive, right? And you don't see a death scene there. You got the death of Igor Smith, the actor based Smith. You don't see that. And you don't see any of the deaths. And I'm happy. I am fucking happy. Because I like these people. I like these people. They're down to earth. They're rich and upper class. But they're down to earth. You're not your rich, stuck up fucking snobs. And there's one dude who's with the lad, and if you think you've seen her before, she played in Friday the 13th part 2. That's right. Eminent Steel, if I remember the name right. Raymond that's what it is. Raymond Steel, that's her name. And I like her. She's not Hollywood. She's not big boobs. She's natural, and that's what I like about her. She's natural without burping, right? And like I say, all these deaths are happening, and they're down. Her and her boyfriend, her hubby, is trying to solve the murder. They're trying to solve it. But there's no murder, there's no mystery in this film. And if anyone has never seen April Fool's Day, I'm going to spoil it. So word of warning. Get it on a DVD, find it on any site, buy it, whatever, watch it before you watch the rest of this review, because I'm going to spoil it. Warning. So Moive, they find her body and her head's been cut off, right? Remember the guy who had his face damaged on a boat accident? Remember that? Word of warning. 1, 2, 3, 4, last warning. 5, you've been warned. It turns out that Moive isn't dead. She hasn't got a long lost sister, which they think that in the film. The buffer is still alive. And you think the girl out of Friday the 13th part 2 is dead. Without hiding fucking copyright, right? Is dead. She's not. 2 ones in, she finds all the ones who she thinks has been murdered are still alive. They're still alive and kicking. Because it turns out Moive isn't fucking dead, right? They was using this as a murder mystery to sort because she wanted to make money for her father who has died. Elements. Her family didn't think she was going to do it. She wanted to make money to prove and warned that she was going to keep the money going into raising this house. So she wanted to make it like a death house, like a murder mystery house. So basically what she was doing was an experiment on the girl out of Friday the 13th part 2, Raymond Steel, and her hubby, her boyfriend, and to see whether they find out and so on. So she had all these her mates pay along with it. That they died to some special effects. To cut the story short, the one who had the horrible accident on the boat isn't damaged. He paid along with it. That they died to makeup effects and all that shit. He paid along with it. None of that shit happened. And a lot of people kicked off at the ending. They wanted this to be a body towel. At the time, all the slasher films were around. And because it was the same producers, which if it's Friday the 13th, part 3, 5, fucking 6, whatever, they wanted it to be like that. And it wasn't. It was not a slasher film. It was miscast. Say it again. It was miscast as a slasher film. It was not. It was not. And it's a fucking shame. This film got bombed, it got binned, people shit on it and said it was the end of slasher films and it was the source of April Fool's Day. And it was fucking not. And I did this before and I'm defending this fucking film. I am offending it. Because this film, to me, yeah, it's a murder mystery. It is not a slasher film. People thought it was. Pie them out, wash their hands on it. You get a Bing Bones DVD. I should know. It is not. What you get is a murder mystery. And it's not even a murder film because they all don't die in it. There's not one person who gets fucking killed in this film. And there's one bit I love about it. She's paying a pank on this girl. You got the idea she's lost a baby. Very sad. And what happens is you think the one who's called Moive is going to get a full slit. It does not happen. The same day she paid a pank on with the loss of her baby, pays a joke on her. And I fucking love the song to it. It's called, how's it go now? I'm trying to think of it. Hey, hey, you foos. Come on, you foos. Hey, hey, you foos. Come on, you foos. We go. I can't remember the word. I'm going to kill the rest of the diet. But yeah. So it comes out this really nutty fucking song and it ends. And I love it. I love April Fools. It's done by Paramount again. People thought Friday the 13th, done by Paramount, gonna be a slasher film. Wood. And it's fucking not. It's not. It's a very well made film, and I said it before, it's a very underestimated film. And I'm half and half, is it an horror movie? Is it a fucking horror movie? And I'd have to say no. I'd have to say, and on word, I meant to say, not. What you get is a very, very, very definitely made film. And I like the characters. So they say it, that Babe Smith, Piff, I get his name right, offense there. He played in Back to the Future 1, 2, fucking 3. He's in this, and I prefer him in this, because in Back to the Future, the original, I just thought he was a bully. Shoot me. I thought he was a bully in this. I like him, he's down to earth. I like the advice he did. Like, what happened if some dickhead has the mute button? Buy into that. I've had laughs over that as a joke. But be honest and on art here, what would happen if some dickhead did do that? I like the bit where it says to bits and unpreserving. I always use that in everything I do when it comes to our wonderful government. Different debate. And I like that. I like the characters in it. And that's what I'm getting at. I like the characters in April Fool's Day. Shoot me. So, yeah, without ado, because I fucking blow smoke out of this film. It did not deserve to be bombed. It did not deserve to be panned. Shoot me 3 times in the fucking head. I love April Fool's Day. I love it that much. I'm getting a boner thinking of it. Shoot me. 10-star rating for me. But until then, I'll talk about more movies, more reviews, and more things on the way. Until then, be smart, be safe. See you later.